You know, these old mountains are dark, and they're full of history, full of mystery, and full of unexplained. This is the story of one of those unexplained. You know, the George Matthews family were sharecroppers during the Great Depression years. They lived in one of them old coal miner shacks somewhere near Eblin's store in Kingston, Tennessee. Now, Gracie Matthews and her father George, they witnessed the falling, and these are Gracie's own words. I was near 8 years old. The year would have been about 1940. Mommy Rosie asked Daddy to go to the store. He took me with him. In those days they were awful. Mommy worried herself sick every day about what we was going to eat. We ate a lot of molasses and cornbread back then. None of us kids could go to school. We had to help work. You know, and I was happy as a larkin to go see Miss Eblin. She owned the store, and she always tried to help us as much as she could. You know, this evening it was near dark. We set out down Old Kingston Highway. And now that road down in there, it ain't what it used to be. Back in, it's pretty much a one-lane road. It's full of curves and cliffs. Now mind you, I love playing on them grapevines that hung off them cliffs. I was familiar with those mountains, and that was just my favorite place to play. In particular, Eblin's Cave. It was just awful fun to be there. Now I was a mountain girl, and I could do anything the boys could do, and I had no fear of anything until that night. Anyhow, as we went down between the mountains, it was almost dark, and any sun that was left, well, it was just hidden. Now, before we got to the most dangerous curve on that road, I looked back and a man was behind us. And he was dressed up like he's going to church or maybe even to a funeral. Something was strange about that man. He had one leg. And I was kind of scared on account he was walking normal with one leg. "Daddy, who's that man?" I screamed. While those words were coming out of my mouth, my daddy grabbed my hand, and he started walking fast. "I don't know," he said. I turned around again. Now that man began to walk even faster. Now I know Daddy noticed it because he commenced to dragging me, hollering, "Run, Gracie, run!" He was close. We were exactly at the curve, and we turned around, and he run straight into the mountain. "Daddy, Daddy, he's gone. He run straight into that mountain," I said. Now many years have passed, and it was some time before Daddy passed away in 1967, and I asked him, I said, "Daddy, do you remember that one-legged man on Old Kingston Pike? Was it real? Did it really happen?" My daddy said, "Yes, Gracie, it happened." "But Daddy, he walked into the mountain. It was solid rock. Who was he?" Then my daddy said, "Maybe a company man, Gracie, from the mines. You know, many people died on that road. Maybe he was a soldier from the war. Moonshiner. You know, Gracie, some things just can't be explained. And sometimes things are just better off left alone."